Hey y'all, Tim from the LV with Self-Confidence Espresso coming from Indianapolis, Indiana. And the title for today's clip is How to Live in the Moment. So yesterday I totally fell down in this particular subject. Absolutely blew it. So figured I'd shoot a video and watch it about 20 times myself to try to embed it in me so I react better next time, and thought that it would be helpful for you too. So the story that happened to me is I was flying into a major airport on the East Coast and was scheduled to pick up a connecting flight. And the flight going into that airport that I was on was running really, really late. So we weren't sure if we were going to make the other plane. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know your mind starts to go down this rabbit hole of doom and destruction of everything that can go wrong and the reasons why you're not going to make the flight, and how your trip is going to be entirely screwed up. Well, lo and behold, we made it to the flight. We got on the plane, and after about 20 minutes, they made everybody exit because the restroom was clogged and they couldn't get it unclogged. As a matter of fact, they didn't, and they canceled the flight and ended up putting us on a flight about 5 hours later. So all that worry, all that frustration, all that anxiety was really over nothing. And I'm sure many of you have been in that place too, either on flights or in other cases. One of my favorite philosophers named Lao Tzu, who was a Chinese philosopher, lived about 2,000 years before Jesus, had a great quote. He said that if you're depressed, it's because your focus is on the past. And if you're anxious, it's because your focus is on the future. But when your focus is on the present, you're at peace. There's a lot of truth to that, right? You know, what can we do about the past? There isn't a whole lot. If you've made a mistake, you've made a mistake. You got to move on. Now, if you've wronged somebody and need to apologize and correct it, then do it. But after that, there's no need to continue to live there or dwell there, unless there's positives from the past. Those you can keep going back to because they're affirming. To live in the future is kind of pointless too, because we're not promised the future. Now, I'm a big one for visions and goal setting, so I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying don't be so obsessed with the future that it robs you of the present. Because so many times we miss out on the best things in life because we're worried about what's coming next. The other day I was at an amusement park with my son, and we were in line for a roller coaster. And he was really upset that the line was so long. And I said, buddy, next week you're going to be in school, and you're going to wish you had the privilege to be in this line right now. So, you know, looking for something out in the future was robbing him of the fact that he was at an amusement park. And so many times the same thing happens to us. We're either caught up in what has happened, or we're focused on what's going to happen to the extent that we lose the here and the now. And if you were to analyze the richest experiences in your life and the times when you were at your best, it's probably when you're in the moment, when you're in that flow, when you're totally present. And there's so many positive things about that. So the question becomes, how do I get into the present moment? And the best way that I've found is simply by exercising immediate gratitude. And what immediate gratitude means is, what are you grateful for right now? So there's tons of benefits for gratitude. Number one is it produces serotonin in your brain, which changes your brain chemistry. And serotonin is synonymous with putting you into a happy, peaceful, relaxed state. And when we're in that happy, peaceful, relaxed state, we perform better. We make better decisions. We're more centered. And we can enjoy the people and the experiences that are going on. Gratitude also produces an abundance mindset, because we're focused on what is, and where our focus goes, our energy flows, and we produce more of it. You know, when you start recognizing what's in your life and what you have to be thankful for, you start seeing more and more things that you have to be thankful for. And pretty soon more and more things start showing up, and it increases and it increases. And that takes me into my next benefit of gratitude, that as you're focused on the great things in life, even better things come into your life, and it creates a doorway not only for appreciation, but for abundance to flow freely to you. Gratitude also eliminates scarcity, because when you're not grateful, you're focused on what you don't have. And when you're focused on what you don't have, it produces more lack and more want. And guess what? You get to the point where nothing's going to satisfy you. And frankly, there isn't anything outside of you that's going to satisfy you anyway. Satisfaction comes from within. Happiness and centeredness comes from within, and everything outside is a complement. So when we move into that scarcity mindset, we actually end up even losing what we have, because we're constantly coming from a standpoint of lack as to a standpoint of being grateful for what we have. So gratitude has got those tons of abundances. So how do you start with gratitude? Well, you start with what's immediately in front of you. Like right now, I'm in Indy. Awesome place. I had a great walk along the walking canal. It's beautiful out. It's about 60 degrees. There's a wind blowing. I get to overlook the city. I'm here for 3 or 4 days, getting to do an awesome amount of things that I love to do. I get to teach and speak. I'll be out at the track tomorrow, and just absolutely thrilled to be here, right? I'm just happy that I was able to get a workout in tonight, and was happy for the dinner that I had. And when you start to focus on the things that you're grateful for in their most simplistic nature, your mood elevates, your disposition changes, and you're able to appreciate the here and the now. And that opens up the doors for you to appreciate the things that are coming even more so, because you like the simple things and you love the simple things. And when you love the simple things, the big things take on a life that's even greater. So the secret, in my opinion, to living in the moment is gratitude, because when we're grateful, it allows us to be in our flow, in the here and now. It opens the doorway for appreciation and abundance, and it eliminates scarcity. And I'm sure you will agree that being in the moment is the best place to be, because once again, we're not promised tomorrow. All we really have is now. So this is Tim from the LV, encouraging you to live in the moment by being grateful, and just turn up the volume on your gratitude knob. Also saying that your life is a tour de force. Make sure you're living that way. Hope you all are doing awesome, and I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome and epic day.